Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the andcrypto. In this video, we're going to explain why should we invest in Layer 1. But before I get into it, please make sure to smash the like button and subscribe the channel. Here's one way to think about the difference between the internet and the blockchain. The previous generation of shared protocols, TCP, IP, HTTP, SMTP, and etc. produced immeasurable amounts of value, but most of it got captured and reaggregated on top at the application's layer, largely in the form of data. Think of Google, Facebook, and so on. The internet stack, in terms of how value is distributed, is composed of thin protocols and fat applications. As the market developed, we learned that investing in applications produced high returns, whereas investing directly in protocol technologies generally produced low returns. This relationship between protocols and applications is reversed in the blockchain application stack. Value concentrates at the shared protocol layer, and only a fraction of that value is distributed along at the application's layer. It's a stack with fat protocols and thin applications. We see this very clearly in the Layer 1 chain, outperformed in ROI in 2021, such as Solana, Avalanche, Phantom, etc. Similarly, Ethereum has a $220 billion market cap, even before the emergence of a real breakout application on top, and only a year after its public release. There are two things about most blockchain-based protocols that cause this to happen. The first is the shared data layer, and the second is the introduction cryptographic access token with some speculative value. By replicating and storing user data across an open and decentralized network, rather than individual applications controlling access to disparate silos of information, we reduce the barriers to entry for new players and create a more vibrant and competitive ecosystem of products and services on top. Here you have several competing, non-cooperating services which are interoperable with each other by virtue of building their services on top of the same open protocols. This forces the market to find ways to reduce costs, build better products, and invent radical new ones to succeed. But an open network and a shared data layer alone are not enough of an incentive to promote adoption. The second component, the protocol token, which is used to access the service provided by the network, transactions in this case of Bitcoin, computing power in the case of Ethereum, file storage in the case of Sia and Filecoin, and so on, fills the gap. There are two things I want to point out about this token part. First is how much of the initial growth is driven by speculation. Because most tokens are programmed to be scarce, as interest in the protocol grows, so does the price per token, and thus the market cap of the network. Sometimes interest grows a lot faster than the supply of tokens, and it leads to bubble-style appreciation. The second point worth pointing out is what happens after the token price is up. When applications begin to emerge and show early signs of success, whether measured by increased usage or by the attention or capital paid by financial investors, two things happen in the market for a protocol's token. New users are drawn to the protocol, increasing demand for tokens since you need them to access its service. And existing investors hold onto their token anticipating future price increase, further constraining supply. The combination forces up the price, assuming sufficient scarcity in new token creation. The newly increased market cap of the protocol attracts new entrepreneurs and new investors, and the loop repeats itself. What's significant about this dynamic is the effect it has on how value is distributed along the stack. The market cap of the protocol always grows faster than the combined value of the applications built on top. Since the success of the application layer drives further speculation at the protocol layer, this is how tokenized protocols become fat and its applications thin. That's why we should invest in layer 1 chain rather than application layer. I hope you found this interesting, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.